Thank you, sir. Senator Blewett.
Better than the dog.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Could I ask a question of Chief Muir? Mr. Chairman, Chief Muir, could you provide do you have any concrete evidence that there are criminal elements or organized crime involved in the medicinal marijuana industry right here in Montana?
Mr. Chairman, Senator, as far as organized crime, I need to step aside from that just a tiny bit and say that we refer to drug trafficking organizations as being a form of organized crime. I will not speculate as to the involvement of mafia or drug gangs that are involved specifically with respect to it. I will tell you that the definition of organized crime basically suggests that when persons get together to conspire to commit crime, that's organized crime. Given the fact that under present regulations, there is a prohibition of transfer of marijuana from caregiver to caregiver, there is a lot of organized crime going on in this state with regard to medicinal marijuana. Transfer of marijuana between caregivers is only a legal transaction in one direction: the person receiving it. The person who is passing it or selling it to another caregiver is committing a violation of state law and federal law today, and we are working to effectively find ways to intervene in that organized crime.
Follow up.
Thank you for the clarification. I guess my question is, I understand the caregiver to caregiver example. Is there any sort of organized criminal entity other than two caregivers getting together? Is there any sort of organization, group, gang, whatever you want to call it, collection of individuals that are working in concert to, I guess, run drugs and using the medical marijuana existing law as their pretext to do that?
There are drug trafficking organizations that are doing exactly that, and they're bringing those drugs in from out of state, and they're also now, with the increased production here, beginning to take the drugs that are produced here to other states.
One more follow-up, Mr. Question.
Follow-up.
Mr. Chairman. And under current law, it's illegal to bring those drugs in from out of state, to bring marijuana in from out of state to Montana. Is that correct?
It is illegal to bring, yes, under federal law it is.
Under state law, is it illegal for?
State law does not have any statutory relevance to where it originates from. It's not impacted by interstate commerce.
One final follow-up, Mr. Chairman. Do you think that's something this legislative body could easily fix, that issue of medical marijuana being brought into Montana from out of states, or at least whether we effectively enforce it, I guess, is one thing, but pass a bill to prohibit that and clearly prohibit medical marijuana from out of state coming into Montana?
Federal law currently prohibits that, but as you have already heard, there has been a relaxation of that for those 14 states where it has been quasi-legalized through the issue of medicinal use. I mean, the state laws, the federal law is already there to deal with that, but because of medicinal marijuana laws, that enforcement has been relaxed.
I guess I need to follow up.
One more follow-up.
So the state of Montana, if we passed a law to ban this, the state of Montana and our law enforcement, not to be mistaken for the FBI, which apparently isn't enforcing this, we could enforce this, give you the power to enforce it, and give Montana law enforcement the power to prohibit medical marijuana from other states coming into Montana. Would you agree with that?
I would agree that this body and your counterparts could pass a law that would place restrictions on the sources of medicinal marijuana, yes.
Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Seeing no more